as there's a short interruption there, as the entire thing just makes everything crash for no reason. Apologies for that short outage there. Tronzik still behind Tintenfish. Touchkey clearing the gap, but still getting closer now to Scottish. Wants that second position so badly. Once again, a bit more than just the third step. Tronzik looking close. A big train from Tintenfish, Tronzik, Robinho, Jan, Shermanator joining in as well. The steps, half a second. Batty within a second as well. And then we have F1 Dino a little bit further behind, but able to clear the gap probably just a tiny bit as well. Now Tronzik looking for the attack here. Also looking to gain another podium finish as well to add to the collection. Has DRS. Tintenfish has not the DRS. We'll have to wait a little bit more. Might be able to do something on the exit here. Waiting a little bit with the rear wing opening so they get a little bit more traction on the rear, but they aren't able to get anything done so far. The battle's still very close here. Up at the front, podium definitely has not been decided, as we see from Sparrow. Got a 3-second time penalty. Might just happen to anyone at this point, because it happened to Yuri as well, who DNF'd as first driver in this race, causing the first safety car out of 3. No DRS just yet right around here, but he will get it after the final corner. So maybe Tronzik is going to play a little game here and wait it out. Going into these two corners. Big braking zone as Mihu is the one to get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Not close to anyone right now, but would love to be. Is there anyone running on the soft tires still? Yes, it is. It's Sparrow, who probably still has to pit, and the rest might be able to finish the race on this compound. See Tronzik now looking as F1 Dino also gets a 3-second time penalty. And it appears that Tronzik did get a good move there. Didn't end up making it stick, but is on the inside now for turn 3. Sends it, doesn't send it. Didn't think he'd get enough room there. Is on the outside now for the next corner. Will have a good exit to look up into turn 5. Is on the outside, gets pushed wide, goes very deep into there, off the track. Unsure if that's legal or not. Tintenfish will probably want the stewards to look at that on the radio to his engineer right now, saying, please look at the replay. That might not have been with all 4 wheels on the track, but if it was a beautiful overtake from Tronzik, who now has a gap to clear. Touchkey now, because of all this battling, clear. 2.5 seconds behind. Could only look up front as Scottish is dropping back, and Hunter doing his duty as a Red Bull driver. All the way up into first by 4.5 seconds as Shermanator retires from the session, and there's a virtual safety car instead of a real one, as we can now see on the track here. There's a car with a broken wheel that has just instantly been replaced. The virtual safety car will make it easier for the drivers to stop, like Jaspers, who's got 11 laps mediums. Might be able to go in as Sparrow. Actually already just pitted the lap before. Very unfortunate timing on that front. And we see indeed a few drivers into the pits getting these new tires. You see Touchkey in, Tintenfish in the steps, and Jaspers gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which will go against his time at the end of the race. Getting new mediums. He thinks that the softs might not go that far. Maria's also on the soft, so all these drivers 9th to 13th on the softs. The one to look for, Touchkey, down into 9th place. Will have a lot of time to make up for it, but he has clean new soft. Some gaps up at the front being cleared up, especially here around the AlphaTauris, the only ones within DRS of each other. Jan looking to be within a second of his teammate Robinho, who's getting really close to the Williams of Tronzik. As Jaspers gets a drive-through. Jan, Mihu, Jaspers and Sparrow, all 4 of them getting a drive-through for speeding under the virtual safety car. Delta just a bit too high when going out of that safety car period. So Jan, very close to his teammate, has to go into the pits and serve that drive-through just like Mihu. And this is a great, great gift for a driver like Touchkey. Ahead of Tintenfish. his rival currently during this race. And Mihu will have to send it into the pit lane. Jan retiring from the session, going in as well. Drivers ahead, Mihu and F1 Dino have that 3-second time penalty. So the drivers around him having that penalty is going to give him so much clearance. And able to look up front to all of these drivers that have the older tires. Especially the mediums and the hards. And Touchkey is going to be able to finish this with 12 lap old softs. The only thing he has to worry about is Tintenfish behind. Now, just a few seconds. Both of these drivers extremely quick. We'll have to see at the end of the race who will be ending up in front. Touchkey now has a few seconds to gain first to enter the battles. But once he is entering the battle, he should be able to clear them pretty quickly. If he does it soon enough, because these soft tires, remember, they're really grippy, but the durability is almost zero. It's very difficult to get through this once your tires are through. So currently in 7th place, already gained over half a second, almost a second on that last lap. Looking to chase down F1 Dino and the Williams team that are currently so far up in the standings. If we go have a quick look at the constructors, we see that Williams is currently 2nd place, Haas in 1st. Touchkey getting an amazing fastest lap with a 17.9, the first one to drive into the 17s, as the Steps, a few places further behind, has some more time to gain, but did match and even improve on Touchkey's lap time, who currently already gained 2 seconds compared to F1 Dino, who's keeping up with the guys in front pretty well. So currently what it looks like, that Haas is in 1st by 4 points. Williams in 2nd will get more points and might even overtake Haas in the standings. Mercedes following very closely too, but might not be able to do anything about that. McLaren in 4th place won't be able to do anything either. And the Alpines are both out. Terminator Arcade both retiring from the race, which makes the fight at the front way tighter. Paddy now within a second. Touchkey has just cleared another second, or more than a second on this lap. Currently, these two drivers are tied, Touchkey and Paddy. Paddy wants to clear that AlphaTauri of Robinho to get some more points and maybe escape the battle with Touchkey, as Touchkey is on a charge. Currently gaining about 2 seconds per lap on the guys ahead, but can he hold this advantage? Because a few drivers behind him are on the softs and able to do the exact same thing that he's doing, the exact same laps, the exact same time gained. But as soon as Paddy and Robinho start fighting, that's just going to make it very easy for Touchkey to gain on these drivers. Robinho 4th place, Tronzik 3rd. That will be the aim for the Ferrari driver, who was in the top 3, was in the top 4, was in the top 5. Now 7th place, getting awfully close to that Williams. There he is, looking at the rear there, chasing Paddy, making a small mistake, and looks like he's left the session. This is very unfortunate. This battle between these two will go on, as Paddy is going to be dropping time because of this. Touchkey has a really good exit. There you see the difference between the two compounds. The medium just unable to do anything on the exit that Touchkey is doing right now. Here we'll see on the straight, F1 Dino will not have the DRS as he was just outside of the second. And there we have Touchkey zooming past with the DRS, just as it gets past Paddy. And then the fight there will be over between these two, with Touchkey taking the lead. Paddy dropping down positions rapidly now as his AI has taken over. Tintenfish grabbing that flag, grabbing the stick, what you want to call it. And continuing on the charge that Paddy left behind for him. Now, it's only 8 seconds behind, but I doubt that's going to be able to hold up if he does not rejoin up at the front. We have a little bit of breather room for Touchkey to catch up to the next driver, as that's basically the charge that will be following to the end of the race. Stone Hunter up at the front, 9 seconds going into the final few corners, as Scottish is just entering the final sector. Does have the Mercedes of Divine Eye behind him, but that their Ferrari, apologies, Divine Eye was racing for Mercedes last season, but has now jumped over to Ferrari, making the Lewis Hamilton move his lap, so it's not part of the battle. Then we have Tronzik in third place, getting followed and chased even by Robinho. He's closing the gap, it looks like, and Tutschke looking to do the exact same and join in on this battle. But if you look at the tires, so they're already 5 laps old. Only 7 laps to go, as Tintenfish is looking to do the exact same as Tutschke did. And indeed, gaining that position with the softer compound. So these soft runners on the charge, looking to make something happen on strategy. Tutschke now within 2 seconds. Robinho also gaining on Tronzik. It might just be a battle for third position. They're gaining on each other just as fast. Tutschke maybe just a little bit more than the AlphaTauri of Robinho. Robinho is still on the harder compound. We see it here on the hards. Tronzik is on the hards as well. And then Tutschke on the softs. Chasing these two down the steps also on the softs now, looking to close the gap to F1 Dyno and get a little bit more points on the board for Red Bull. Stone Hunter is just running away with it. Scottish is not able to do anything about it. And here you see Robinho and Tutschke, the gap is identical as we see Tintenfish going a bit wide there. F1 Dyno looks to maybe pull something back off of that mistake, and just as I said that the gaps were going to be identical, Tutschke just clears some time. Robinho making a small mistake maybe even. If we look at the different gaps ahead. Tutschke within the DRS already. Gaining a lot of time here on the start-finish straight. We'll have another set of DRS right here after turn 1. Going down to turn 3. Doesn't have the pace to do anything just yet, but might be able to do something on the corners. Remember, these softs still have a lot of grip, but he still has 2 seconds to catch and also 2 drivers to overtake before he's able to call himself a podium sitter at the Hungaroring. Within half a second now going into the chicane. Look at that. That's how close the gaps are. That was Tronzik on your screen just now. There he is again. That's where the podium is. That's what the goal for Tutschke is. These two drivers now losing each other time by battling. It's going to give Tronzik a way of running away with it. 5 laps remaining as Scottish is just dropping back and dropping back. Tronzik not able to catch anything, but Robinho and Tutschke will. Tutschke now looking to get that DRS on the start-finish straight. Might not want to hurt his tires by staying into the dirty air for so long. That's the detection point. Robinho, no DRS. Tutschke, yes DRS. There it is. Flap is open into the slipstream. Has the overspeed here. Robinho going defensive. Might be able to pull something off here on the defense. Small wheel banging. Tutschke going around the outside. Will have more grip going around the outside and another DRS zone. Making it past up into 4th place. And now already within a second of Tronzik. Maybe does not even need another full lap of defending from Robinho and instantly going on the charge, on the attack for Tronzik for 3rd place. F1 Dyno now getting close, staying close I should say, with Tintenfish, who wants to clear the gap ahead. But has this pesky Williams behind him. Has a 3-second time penalty, but that does not matter to him. He races for honor on the track and wants to get the car home. Robinho instantly drops back a few seconds already. Is not able to keep up with what Tutschke is doing. And is now under fire from Tintenfish. Doesn't look like it, but Tintenfish is on the softs compared to the hards of Robinho and will be under attack the same way as Tronzik is currently under attack. 3rd place, and Tutschke has already cleared the gap. There he is. There they are. Tronzik will get the DRS maybe a little bit from that for other Ferrari. He did not actually get it. Goes to the inside to defend, but we've seen this one before. Tutschke not far enough just yet. Not as far as he was with Robinho. He has to wait a little bit longer. Might go for a send here into turn 3. Decides not to do that. Stays out as Batty rejoins. Currently 9th place. Might be able to get something done still, but has 17 seconds ahead of him. Only thing he can do right now is defend that position from Rios, not giving him more points than he already has. Tutschke now has something to gain. 3.5 laps remaining for the Ferrari driver to get the overtake done on Tronzik. We know he's currently leading the championship, a phenomenal driver, and should be getting points. But with this strategy call from Tutschke to go onto the softs and clear the race with that, it's been an amazing call. It's going to deliver some great overtakes as well. Should be a lot of fun for him too, compared to sitting behind all this time. F1 Dyno actually still within that second, looking to maybe get something done still and sticking with it. Looks like he's losing a bit of grip now. And actually he's without the second, outside of the second now. Tutschke with the DRS. Tronzik did get the DRS this time around. Uses it for defending. Does that very well. Still in third. Has DRS once again. We saw the flap open a bit later for him. Might be struggling with some grip there on the rear with those hard tires, which is completely understandable. They've been going for quite a while now. And Tutschke only has 3 laps left to deliver the final blow, to deliver the final overtake, and get that podium position. As up front, it looks like we see Mihu, or is that Rios? That looks to be Mihu, stranded there. And stuck, wants to rejoin there. Don't think he's got that much damage, does he? He might have, unable to see from here. We'll have to wait a little bit. But I also want to get back to the action to Tutschke. But we can see Mihu crossing the line now, and there it is. His entire front wing is gone. So Mihu will Rios will have to go. Mihu will have to go back into the pits and get one of those new front wings as Tutschke. Very close now. Tronzik still able to get the DRS off of Divine Eye. If Divine Eye has got so much gap behind, they might be able to let it go. Because right now he's not really helping his teammate. There is a slipstream, and there is a chance. On the outside, Tronzik going defensive. Tutschke wheel to wheel on the outside. Knows that he'll have traction on the entry, on the exit there. And on the entry of turn 3, goes a little bit of wheel bang, a little bit of contact. No harm done, no foul. Going into turn 3 and 4. Still trailing behind the Williams is Tutschke. Not able to make an overtake happen because his teammate has just been giving DRS to the Williams. Maybe unwillingly, not knowing what's going on or what's at stake, as he cannot see the scoreboard. There must be some communication between these two. And Tutschke might be screaming on the radio right now, asking to break the tow, to break the slipstream, to break... And there it is. They're through. But the other message is way more heartbreaking. Tutschke gaining a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Has to overtake and pull 3 seconds in a single lap, which I don't believe is possible. Tintofish also gaining a 3-second time penalty. So F1 Dyno still has something to drive for. Very close now. Should maybe get DRS here on the final bit, and Tutschke can do nothing but sit and drive that final lap with everything he's got and pull a 3-second gap after overtaking Tronzik. He will now on the outside take a really wide line into turn 1, get some good traction here, open up the flap and get past, and up into 3rd place, which will be most likely a 4th place at the end of the lap. Tutschke will be looking to get a big gap behind him. It's Divine Eye just got overtaken by Jaspars after that mistake. Currently looking at a 12th place finish after all those drive-thrus that he's got. And Tronzik still with Tutschke. Knows he has to stick it within 3 seconds. Some margin, but doesn't need to take any chances. Rios now DNFing, retiring from the session at the end of turn 1. Giving up some points positions to drivers like Sparrow. Will be getting 11th place after everything is done. Stone Hunter finished the race 17 seconds ahead of Scottish, getting the win with a dominant display there, getting pole position with a beautiful, beautiful lap in the mixed conditions and winning the race. And Scottish taking it home in 2nd place. Tutschke in 3rd, but doesn't have the gap big enough for Tronzik. Tronzik finishing on the podium. Touchkey in 4th. Robinho 5th. Then Tintenfish and F1 Dino 6th and 7th respectively. Steps down in 8th. Paddy in 9th. Sparrow in 10th. Which will be Rios most likely staying in 11th. As he's completed more of the race. And Divine Eye and Jaspars have. And Mihu down in 14th. And a total of 6 drivers DNFing from this race. So we're looking at Mihu currently finishing off the lap as well. And then we'll only have to wait for Sparrow to finish up his final lap. And Mihu taking home that fastest lap of the race. In 14th position. We'll not get the point for it, but we'll get the glory. Your winner for tonight, Stoned Hunter, in 1st place. Red Bull getting a bunch of points there. Paddy is being elected the driver of the day for the Hungary GP. I was about to say Hungary and Hungaroring at the same time. Same word, which obviously does not work very well. There he is, your winner, Stone Hunter. Scottish in 2nd. And we have Tronzik in 3rd. Bringing home more points for Williams and extending the lead in the championship, I believe. I'll go look at the driver standings. Indeed, we have Scottish in 7th place, who will gain some positions now, as he was 2 points behind Touchkey and Paddy. And will probably end up in 4th place from the looks of it. As we have Tronzik extending the lead and Arkit dropping back possibly in the standings. Here we have it. Starting from pole, finishing on pole. Stone Hunter, Scottish from 4th to 2nd. A very good job there as well. Tronzik from 7th to 3rd, finishing up the podium. And Touchkey having an incredible drive from 12th all the way to 4th. Same for Paddy from 15th to 9th, which could have been a lot more if only he hadn't had that bad luck of the disconnect earlier on. Sparrow from 18th to 10th, and Rios from 17th to 11th. Jaspars from 20th to 13th. All of these incredible performances. Only bad luck from Tintenfish, down 1 position, and the steps down 2 positions, which is very unlucky. But this has been round 4 of the Divine Eye Racing Series Season 2, Division 1. I have been Olaf, aka Wops Racing. You can find me on wopsracing.com, and I'll see you all